We're live, but we're going to get people a couple minutes to hop on.
Okay.
Because we've had really good attendance for these tiers. Are kind of big. Maybe they'll move this back a little bit. So we'll just give Facebook a chance to load. Somebody's asking to join, and all right, people are starting to hop on. Hi, Allison. Nice to see you. Orly, so good to see you. All right, we've got a few people hopping on. I'm here with Joelle Nawrocki today. And like I said, we want this to go ahead and populate. I'll talk about what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Symphony of the Cells. So far this week we have covered, yesterday we did juicing, we did upgrading your therapeutic salads, and today we're going to do Symphony of the Cells. And then after that, what I want you guys to do is ask your questions. And I have Joelle here today. She's going to grab her phone because remember yesterday I couldn't read and talk at the same time. So
you did great. You did great. She handled it well.
All right. So as long as I started talking about Joelle, why don't I'm going to introduce you guys to who Joelle is. Well, I'll introduce you first, and then she can say how she met me. So I remember Joelle showed up at a class that I taught at the library. She came in. This was several years ago. And, well, I'll let you tell the story. You go.
Okay.
You go.
So I was at the Simsbury Library. I actually got invited by a young woman that I was friends with that I went to elementary school with, who had been sampling the oils, and she was doing such a good job taking care of me. I had some really bad skin issues, and she had been sending me oil, sampling me, and I was ready to buy, and then I ended up leaving my job because it was really out of alignment. It just wasn't fulfilling my soul. At the time, my daughter was just a little baby, and I was just missing her so much and wanting to be home with her. And so I said to her, named Shelby, I said, Shelby, listen, you've done such an amazing job taking care of me. I feel so awful, but right now I don't know where my next paycheck's coming from, and I can't purchase these right now. This is just something I can't do. And I was embarrassed. I was feeling bad and guilty, and she goes, Joelle, you know what? I totally understand where you're at, and I get it. And I don't know what you're thinking of doing next, but there's an opportunity actually this week at the Simsbury Library to possibly sell the essential oils and do it as a business if you're interested. And I really knew nothing about the oils except the experience I was having with them, using them just a little bit. And something in my gut was just like, you need to go to that. You don't know what you're going to do next, but you love health and wellness, and so maybe this is something to explore. And so I went. I had just my own personal experience with the oils, but meeting Lisa, I was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. And then the following night, I actually went to her house, came here to her house to see an actual class, because the business side of it I fell in love with. I was like, this sounds amazing. This sounds exactly in alignment with what I want. But I don't know anything about these oils. I had never seen a class. I didn't know all the science and all the amazing things about them. So after seeing the class, I learned about the Raw Food Institute. I learned about the oils, and I was like, I want to be her when I grow up. and I literally walked right up to her after the class, and I was just like, this is where I'm at. I have no idea what I'm doing next. All I know is that I love health and wellness, and I need more time, more balance in life. And I said, I don't know if there's any opportunities you have for me, but I'm a quick learner. I have video skills, and I will do anything. I will learn anything I need to if it means I get to work with you in any capacity. And lo and behold, just about 3 days later, after giving her my email address, she emailed me with 3 different opportunities, and one of those was being the Green Juice Girl at our upcoming retreat, and I was like, yeah, sign me up for that, and the rest is history. I mean, we evolved into the most amazing relationship. Just this woman has been, my mentor, my mother, my best friend, my sister, everything. She's all these things to me, and I'm so grateful for her. And so I'm always honored to just have her in my life and to be a part of what she's doing, because she's always just moving mountains and impacting lives just unbelievably. It's so beautiful. So I'm happy to be here. and grateful for her.
Yeah, so we now go back several years. So yeah, she started off as green juicing for one of our retreats, and then one of my current retreat managers, moved on and did something else in life. And Joelle we haven't had a retreat, a live Raw Food Institute retreat since January. It's coming up on a year. We can't, come on, open up. No. And so many people miss it so much. But anyway, she became my retreat manager and did that for several years. Also became my personal right hand. So she was my right hand. And I said, when she first started working with me, I said, this is business, and when you have a business that you love, business and life just run together. So if we're filming green juice recipes at my house, I might have to have you leave to pick up my kids at hockey. And so that's just the way that it is. And so we're still good friends with Joelle and Tanner, and have them, her husband, and have them over to our house all the time and spend a whole ton of time together. So when we were talking about, okay, so Joelle was watching my live video yesterday, and as you know, I couldn't read and talk at the same time, and she said, okay, tomorrow I'm going to read the questions to you and you can answer them. And I said, good. Because the way my brain works, I don't know how your brain works, but I can only be in one lane at the same time. And my husband knows this. If I'm really focused on a project and somebody walks in and talks to me, I have no recollection of that conversation. I don't know that it happened. So, all right, we're going to start talking about Symphony of the Cells, because let's talk about oils and delivery system to the body. There's aromatic, topical, and internal. We've been talking a lot about internal deliveries, the safety, the efficacy of that. And we've talked a little bit about aromatic, so putting it in your diffuser. And then those micro beadlets hover in the air. And when you walk through a room and you inhale it, it does a couple things. It can hit the limbic system of the brain. And literally, we have scientific proof that it can elevate the mood. Now, how many people in our country are on antidepressants? How many people could use uplifting right now? And so that mood elevation, when I need to focus and I need to get stuff done, when I have a day, I'm like, I need to get stuff done, I will literally put in my diffuser what oils that I need what oils amplify my output. So that's the brain oils. And also when you inhale them, or when they're hovering in your air, these micro beadlets are hovering in your air, and you're doing something like breathe essential oil or on guard essential oil, these are your antivirals. So these are going to help protect you, put you into your super immunity bubble and protect you. All right, then you guys, do I need to get closer? I need to get closer to talk about this. I am so excited.
Stand up.
Yeah, I gotta get like my energy, my grounding energy, right? All right. Hi, Gay. Gay is so awesome.
Gay. Ooh.
Gay.
Oh, and it's Beth there too. Hi, Beth.
Beth Lindley is on. Deanne Anderson. Oh my God. How do you say it? Tanisha. I don't want to say your name wrong. Tanisha, thank you for being here. So, Gay, I don't know. I don't have permission to share your story, Gay. So I'll just say that we met you. She's awesome. She came through the Raw Food Institute. She continued doing health coaching after she left with Jennifer, who is another one of our retreat managers. And Jennifer's awesome and had like outstanding results. I actually do have your testimonial and maybe permission to share it, but I'm not going to say it here because I don't. But just absolutely outstanding results. And we love results, right? Yes. We love results. Okay, so I'm going to say this.
Oh, she said go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, I got to get it right though. It was liver. Fatty liver.
Yep.
Fatty liver, right? And Gay had tried this and tried that. Gay says, go ahead, get the thumbs up. Had tried this and tried that. She came through the Raw Food Institute. She started working with Jennifer and went back to her physician, if I'm getting the story right, Gay, and had cleared, had gotten the results she was looking for, had cleared her fatty liver. Yep, got it right. Okay.
I saw Peggy saying hi in there, and Trisha.
Peggy, hi Trisha.
So many people.
Morgan. Oh my gosh, so good.
Hi,
Morgan.
Morgan.
We were just talking about Morgan this morning on our walk.
Miss you, Morgan.
Awesome. Good stuff. Good memories. Okay, where were we? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. One lane, Symphony of the Cells. All right, so I'm going to share with you guys a story. I was putting around my years for relationships, years to develop this, and I had a year of the Spirit. And I started like having these changes in me, these here's what's going to happen, you guys. When you start shifting your food, something's going to crack you open, okay? Your pineal gland's going to clear. You're suddenly going to be open to possibilities you were never open to before. And as you continue to take that to the next level, next level, next level, you're going to continue to pry that open. And 1 year, I just was like, changes. And it was, I think, I don't know where we were in the Joelle years. But I do remember this day. She was at my house and I said, Joelle, I don't understand why I'm changing so rapidly. My beliefs, my everything is just being cracked open. I had the desire to go to Costa Rica and do ayahuasca. I booked that appointment. I was so scared. I was so scared to do it, and I knew if I booked it and I paid for it that I'd have to get on the plane and have to go to Costa Rica and do it. And we were watching all these ayahuasca journeys and physically preparing my body with food. There's a special diet you have to do to go it. But I turned to her and I said, Joelle, it's the oils. It's these essential oils, and this is the spirit part that I kind of alluded to a couple days ago. When you start massively bringing in this wisdom of the earth from all around the world, and this is why I love doTERRA, you guys. If there is, if we're independent, third-party tested, if there is a trace of pesticides, herbicides, chemicals, other ingredients, it doesn't go to market. And you can't just plant frankincense in your backyard and think that you're going to get a good result. You actually have to go to the indigenous regions of the earth. And I say it like this. If you and I start a business together, let's say a winery, and we say, well, where are we going to, start our vineyard? Where are we going to grow our grapes? And we have this discussion, well, should we go where land is cheap? Should we go to Kansas, Minnesota, Iowa? No, we're not going to grow a delicious grape there. We're not going to sell a bottle of wine. We have to go where we know we can grow a really good grape in these indigenous regions. We have to go to California, Chile. We have to go to Italy, France, some of the regions of the world where we know we can grow a really good grape. And the same is true of oils. So there are companies out there that claim to do what doTERRA does, and I'm going to tell you right here that they don't. Okay, I've looked at the science and I said I'm going to bring you a whole different one on science because there's a few pieces that I really kind of want everybody to know about. But you can't go grow something in the backyard and think that you're going to get the minerals, the soil, the content, the altitude, the love of the people in that region all pouring into these plants. You have to go to the indigenous regions of the earth. So that's why people who go into doTERRA get so crazy for it, because they work, they are effective. And when I started applying essential oils to my spine, where we've got the spinal fluid, okay? This is where everything happens in Ayurveda. This is where in Kundalini and every ancient traditions is that spinal delivery system to the brain and central nervous system. The brain, you have the ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. So what does that mean? That means when I'm working with people with cognitive issues, with tumors, okay, whether they're benign or not, we need to get oils through to the brain, and oils can cross the blood-brain barrier, okay? And again, I'm going to be really clear here. I'm not suggesting that anything is a cure. It's not, but what we're doing is cellular support, okay? So that delivery to the spine is going to be a delivery to the base of your brain, and also a delivery to your whole internal organs and your central nervous system, okay? People are making comments about my necklace. You know what, you guys? I'm always going to talk about fun stuff, right? I wore a cute shirt today, so when I turned around to put oils on Joelle, okay, you get to look at a cute bag. Because here's the thing, even if we're in this really intense time, and if we don't have the ability to laugh and talk about fun stuff, then I'm sorry, what's it all for? And people who laugh heal better. Do we ever laugh?
All the time.
Okay, we laugh, we cry.
We cry.
every emotion in between, and that's the way it should be with your friends. So I'll talk about the fun stuff. I'll talk about weight loss. I'll talk about hair. I'll talk about clothes. I'll talk about redoing my kitchen. I'll talk about all the fun stuff, because we are spirit living in this physical body, and we're here, so we may as well enjoy it and have a really good time while we're here. Okay, everybody's enjoying the laughing and loving, and good. More videos for us laughing and loving together. All right. So we're going to do Symphony of the Cells. I want to, okay, let's go into Symphony of the Cells. Symphony of the Cells is taking oils. Now, topical absorption of oils, I said yesterday that you want a carrier oil. doTERRA has a couple good carrier oils. I like the coconut oil. Coconut is also antimicrobial, antibacterial, has a lot of properties just with the coconut oil. We also have yarrow palm, which is a really great, beautiful delivery system. Tip, okay, I'm gonna throw stuff in so people aren't watching the live videos, they're going to miss it. 2 summers ago, I was out in the sun a lot. I was in Mexico, I was in California, and I started developing age spots right here. My kids were like, Mom, suddenly, like, it happened, it came on in a month, and it happened really fast, and on both arms. Okay, you know what I did for age spots? I took our black spruce combined with yarrow palm, put it right by my bed, did it twice a day, and voila, I don't have all those freckles that I got on each arm, and they never came back. Now, again, admittedly, I was not out in the sun a lot last summer because I was in Connecticut. I didn't travel a lot. But so again, I want these videos to be packed with things you can use, things that you can roll into your life and actually use. All right, so back to Symphony of the Cells. Symphony of the Cells was developed by Boyd Truman, and there's a book that you can buy, okay, called Symphony of the Cells. Here's the thing about Symphony of the Cells. I did tell you guys a story how I fell down the stairs. I landed right on my kidney. I think I probably bruised my kidney. I did not go to the doctor. Here's why. They were just going to give me pain pills, and I did not want pain pills. And I knew it wasn't my spine. I knew I did not. So it was either muscular or it was my kidney, probably both. And I did Symphony of the Cells. Remember I told you I couldn't leave my room. I could barely crawl. I did Symphony of the Cells 6 times a day. In addition to taking the turmeric root, I'm not going to go back through that. We talked about our medicinal turmeric root, and because it's 11 times more effective than any turmeric root you can buy, which is turmeric root because it's activated with the essential oil of turmeric. And I also did the copaiba. That's all I did. I did Symphony of the Cells 6 times a day. Now, what I noticed is that after 3 weeks later, by the way, I was back on a speaking tour. I couldn't walk, I could crawl across my room, and then 3 weeks later I was back on a speaking tour. I continued to do Symphony of the Cells because I fell in love with it. And there's all kinds of different protocols. So the embryonic protocol, I just opened to that. The digestive protocol. We're going to do the cellular protocol today. So I'm going to hold this up, show you this is what we're going to do. It can't be easier. Now, I actually do Symphony of the Cells to myself. I have really good mobility with my hands, so I'm going to show you how I do it. When I fell down the stairs, I could barely tip over at the waist. So I tipped over just about 4 inches, enough to have the oils hit my back, held the oil up in the air, and I dripped it onto my own spine. You're going to drip 3 or 4 oils, and I could actually rub it in because my hands can cover all of my back. So
check, make sure. Someone said they lost the sound. Just make sure. I can still hear. Okay.
Can you guys hear?
Right. Yep.
Okay, so people can still hear me. Okay, so check your computer. All right, Randy. All right, so I can hit my whole back and rub it in. Then, depends on which one you're using. So we're going to go back to the cellular protocol. Yeah, we'll go to no, that's the cardiovascular. There's the cellular. Basic protocol. Cellular protocol. Okay, so cellular protocol, for example, starts with frankincense, and then it goes to neroli, and then it goes to the cellular blend. What's the cellular blend?
Ddr Prime.
Ddr Prime, okay. So this is going to be non-specific for different oils, but I'm telling you, you want to use doTERRA. Okay, so cellular blend is Ddr Prime. What does Ddr Prime stands for? Damaged DNA repair. So I'm working with someone in a chronic health condition. For sure, they're going to be taking our Ddr Prime internally and doing it topically. Okay. Black pepper, cassia, spikenard, copaiba, wild orange, and petitgrain.
They're seeing it in reverse, so when you hold it up, it's because it's.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. You can't read backwards. You don't read backwards, you guys. Do some oils, and then you'll start reading backwards. Okay. So we're going to. Okay. So let me tell you what this is good for. So possible associated conditions for this are cystic fibrosis, sickle cell disease, spinal muscular atrophy, dementia, Alzheimer's. This is what I'm saying. You know, when people are starting to lose their cognitive function, we need to hop in and start adding essential oils. Okay, anxiety, schizophrenia, major depressive disorder, concussions, fibromyalgia, Epstein-Barr, the list goes on. So what we're gonna do now is Joelle's gonna go over, I have my massage table set up down here. We're down here in our basement, my basement, newly renovated basement. Some of you guys have been to my basement because I have done social media, like I brought people over and trained them on social media, and we've done photo shoots and how to do videos and things, but last time you were here, it was dark walls and shag carpet, so it's now completely renovated. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over to Joelle as soon as she's tucked in.
One more minute.
Okay, one more minute.
Okay. All right, I'm good.
You're not good, I gotta cover her up. Hang on. Oh, okay, you're covered. Actually, I'm gonna take your socks off.
Sure.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and flip the camera over to Joelle. Can you guys see her? Yes, right? All right, so I have my book, and first oil is frankincense. So I'm gonna turn behind her. Okay, here's the thing, you guys, don't overthink this. We're gonna make this really easy. You're just going to take frankincense, drip it up the spine, 1, 2, 3 to 4 drops, that's all it takes. And then you just, with your hands, you just rub it up the spine. It's literally that easy. Then, because she has her head into a ring, she's got her nose down here, I will put my hand down below and I'll say, Joelle, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Okay? All right, very good. Second oil is Neroli. Okay? I'm gonna go ahead and take Neroli, just put it right up the spine. I'm gonna go back down here, say, Joelle, take a deep breath in. And you rub that in. Now, carrier oil comes next. So this is where I take the coconut oil, because again, you're going to get a better absorption when you apply it right to the skin. So carrier oil right up the spine. Okay, cellular blend. Next up, we're going for the Ddr Prime. Again, damaged DNA repair for cellular health. It has frankincense, it has botanicals, and we're gonna go ahead and rub that. Now let's say you don't have a lot of time. You can expedite this. Next thing up is black pepper, right? If all you have is 2 seconds, you guys, this can happen in the morning before you get dressed. This can happen actually every single night. My husband and I do this together. I put it on my back, he kneels down on the floor, I shoot it on my spine, I shoot it on his, and then we hop in bed and watch something enlightening together, and that's kind of like what we do at the end of the day. All right. Next up, we have Spikenard. Spikenard is a blend that's going to, or actually an oil that's really going to root you. Okay, copaiba, again, nourishing the endocannabinoid system. Okay, so we're going to put some copaiba on. Wild orange. This doesn't call for it in the book, but I'm going to add more coconut oil. Okay, remember, I love those carrier oils. Okay, so wild orange, and last one, petitgrain.
I don't think I have petitgrain, but you can use lemongrass instead.
Okay, actually I'm going to,
Or you can add a
I'm
different
going to use oh, it's over there. I'm going to use peppermint. So here's the thing about lemongrass. A lot of these call for lemongrass. Lemongrass is the oil of electricity. So it's going to take everything that you just did and it's going to supercharge you. And then peppermint is kind of going to go ahead and seal. So I'm going to turn the camera back around. We're going to let Joelle pop up over there. Okay, camera's off, Joelle. Pop up. And next we're going to go into some Q&A. All right. Now, with those extra oils, what I could have done, but she had some wool socks on, so I didn't do it, is when you have extra oils on your hand, you just take it and you rub them down their feet, and then you give them their aromatic experience with all of those oils, so you're getting it topically and aromatically. I cannot say enough about this treatment. I think that it's absolutely, absolutely incredible. So bottom of the feet. People asking about the bottom of the feet. So bottom of the feet, if we look at Chinese medicine and how our meridians are connected. I don't know if it's live on there. You don't have to go on your phone. I couldn't find it to do it yesterday. Okay, meridian. We're connected in the bottom of our feet to all of our meridians. Or our meridians, are connected to organs. So bottom of the feet is a great delivery system. So at night, here's what we do in our house. We put a couple drops on the bottom of the feet, rub them together, okay? And it's literally that easy. Yes, you can rub it on with your hands. Oils are easy to do, they're easy not to do. So again, you don't want to overthink it. What oils support the lymphatic system? Good question, Barbara. Okay, so the lymphatic system needs draining. So the lymphatic system's super important every day. Before we did this video, Joelle and I went out for a walk to move the body, to set your timer to hop on your rebounder in between your work. So, mixing up your work day with things like the rebounder. I also have a chi machine. So I put my feet in the chi machine. It wiggles you like a fish, delivering oxygen to the body. So you have to come up with ways to nourish the lymphatic system. Hi Leisha, hi Susan, for people just hopping on now. And then, so here's what I do with the lymphatic system. I have some breast health protocols. I'm happy to post those. They go on every day. I do them in rotation. So it's usually 2 oils. It's usually a biblical oil or an ancient oil and a citrus oil. So it might be, for example, Ddr Prime plus wild orange. It might be tangerine plus myrrh. It might be frankincense plus lemon. With the coconut oil, apply it to the breasts and then put it underneath the arms. And you can do it in the groin area too. I've worked with a lot of clients who had swelling, lymphedema, swelling of the limbs, right? They couldn't get the swelling out of their legs. And what we had to do is, infrared can help open up those cells in the groin area. The rebounder can help do that, movement, and the essential oils. Hi, Alicia, thank you. All right, which oils do you use for the bottom of the feet? So sleep oils, usually, I use for the bottom of the feet. So top sleep oils are lavender and serenity. Serenity is doTERRA's unique blend to put all of the sleep oils together. So you're gonna get lavender, you're going to get vetiver, you're going to get cedarwood, hoewood, all in one blend, and it's got some vanilla tones too. It's delicious. It smells so incredible. If the florals keep you up, if you're more of a earth person, then you're going to move to vetiver and cedarwood, and those are the top oils. Vetiver, actually, we kind of call our tranquilizer. So if you really have problems sleeping, the vetiver is really good for that. Okay. All right. Joelle, do we have any questions? Joelle's scanning to see if we have any questions.
I think you talked about the bottom of the feet. The part of that Trish asked, is there a particular part of the spine you put them on? That's best, but you covered that.
The whole shebang.
There isn't as many questions today.
Okay.
Just that you just covered the lymph system, so that was great.
I was actually kind of reading today and talking.
You did good. You just needed me here for moral support.
Sharon loves vetiver. I love vetiver too. And you know who else loves vetiver? Jay, I gotta get Jay on. I've been talking to him about what day I'm gonna bring him on. I keep calling this on the show. Should we do a show, you guys? Don't you think we should do a health show?
You should.
Health and other stuff. How long do you do the protocol? I'm not sure, Corey. Hi, Corey, first of all. What was the name of the book again? All right, let's hold the book up. The book is Symphony of the Cells by Boyd Truman, and it's available on Oil Life. I don't know if it's on Amazon. It might be, but it's definitely available on Oil Life. Which oils? You got to keep watching.
It's not. It doesn't. They're not loading on my phone because this isn't my account, so I'm not getting them the same time you are. Unfortunately,
You can look on my computer. They might be there.
Someone
asked about headaches, and people have been asking about headaches. So, all right, so this is really good. When I'm working with someone who has headaches, the first apply it to where you've got the headache. So if you get it right along the hairline or the temples, like apply it there. My favorite for headaches is called Past Tense, and it's a wintergreen blend. I think they're switching it a little bit. I don't know, Past Tense is available right now. But it's a wintergreen blend. It is going to be available. Again, I think what they're going to do is put it in a pre-diluted formula. I think that's what they're doing.
Okay, I've got the comments here.
Okay. All right, so hang on. So let me finish this one. So past tense, And then Peppermint Touch is really, really great for that too. Those are my 2 top favorites for head tension. And Frankincense. And okay, so touch, we have a touch collection. And that means that all of the top 10 oils, so the frankincense, the lemon lime, peppermint, On Guard, Breathe, Digestin, all of the top 10 that belong in every single home apothecary, we also make it a touch collection for kids, even babies. And that's even oregano. So oregano is a hot oil. You can't actually put it on your body unless you're trying to get rid of a wart or a skin tag, something like that. But diluted, it's really good for, oh, sorry, I just got Joelle. Diluted is really good for seasonal threats. So even, you know, I was doing a class a while ago in Ohio, at Kathy's house actually, and there was a baby there, and the baby had a cold, had a runny nose. It's a couple years ago, but I took the oregano and put it up the baby's spine, and babies love like a little baby massage, and that was, it took care of it. Like they'd been battling this for days, and boom, completely just took care of it. So for children, people with sensitive skin, and for elders, then you're going to want to use the Touch collection, and that's pre-diluted, comes in roll-ons. It will look like this. Okay, so it's going to look like this, so a 10 milliliter bottle, and then you can just go ahead and roll that on. All right, fire away. What are some questions?
So, what supports hair growth?
Hair growth. Okay, good one.
Rosemary.
Yeah, she knows. Go ahead, Joelle. Take this one.
Rosemary. I know a lot about this because my husband Tanner has a little thinning, maybe more than a little, but he has been using, since he met me, rosemary is his main one that he uses every time he's in the shower. After he washes, he applies and massages the rosemary into his scalp, and that one is really good. It's actually, I think it might be even in the doTERRA shampoo and conditioner. It's in one of those. I wish he was here because he'd be able to tell you like 5 other oils that he's made his own particular hair blend. I'll post, I think that was Barbara. Barbara, I'll post his little protocol that he uses for hair growth, because it really does. He has like these new hair. It really is like, I'm like, babe, you have some new hair growth, some new sprouts.
You should show. You should
be
take
so
pictures.
mad at me for telling you
guys,
this.
when you're doing this, shh, it stays right here, okay?
Good thing he's not in this group.
So when you're doing this, take pictures, okay? If you're gonna like take a skin tag off, I had a skin tag under my eye, and okay, all right. Okay, I don't recommend this. I don't recommend this. I took oregano and I put it on a toothpick, and I put it right under my eye where I had this little skin tag, and I meant to take photos, and it happened so fast that like it's gone, and I never got the photos. And so one day, I did this for probably like only 3 or 4 days, okay? Morning and night. And one day I put some on there. I was like, oh, I wonder if I have enough. If you think, do I have enough? You do. You do. I promise you do. So I didn't think that I did. And so I went and I put more on, and then I went to my bed and cried my little eyes out for about 20 minutes, because that's what will happen. But what do you do when you get something too close to your eye? You take some coconut oil. Okay, don't take water. That's going to drive it in. You take coconut oil, and you dab that on there, and then you can actually take a little lavender oil, because if you burn yourself, you better have lavender close by. Lavender is just going to take care of it. If you go to a hot stove and you get a blister, okay, the first thing you do, go run it under cold water, and then you go to the lavender, and I'm telling you, you're going to take it from like a 10 to a 0. A 10 to a 0. Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other weird questions you have for Joelle? Go ahead. Oh, rosemary and cedarwood.
Yeah, cedarwood is another good one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So when you have the rosemary, just take it with a little coconut oil, and just, women, we tend to get, hair loss right here. So just take it and, rub it in, but again, photograph all this stuff. If you're going to take a wart, right? So my kids use the oregano oil. They'll break a Q-tip in half, and they'll take the blunt end and they'll put it right on a wart. Photograph all this stuff, because it happens so fast sometimes that you can't believe it.
Okay. Someone had asked.
Mary, I gotta talk. Somebody says they have a calcium deposit in their eyelid. Could it help? Or we're gonna help that? Maybe, but Mary, I gotta say this. I cannot recommend putting oregano around the eyes. I did something stupid. I shared my stupid move. I would try something else like frankincense. I don't think she'll mind if I share this. Linda has had like some funky thing. Our mutual friend Linda has had some funky things pop up like in her neck and her back. and she'll put an oil on it. You have to be persistent and consistent when you do this, and she's removed all kinds of stuff, and she photographs it, and it looks kind of gross. But I don't care about that. She sends it to me. But different oils will respond to different spots on her. So sometimes it's oregano, sometimes it's straight up immortelle, sometimes it's, which by the way is our biblical brand of frankincense, myrrh, helichrysum, rose, lavender, sandalwood. Mm-hmm. And so sometimes it's immortelle, sometimes it's frankincense that's going to do the trick, sometimes it's arbor vitae. Okay, I have a tree that fell in the front yard, so you guys are going to get a bonus video. I'm going to take you out and show you how my tree was trying to heal itself. And that's what these plants do. When a tree falls, like arbor vitae tree, it tries to heal itself. And so when we put it on wounds, for example, then like when my son slid across the parking lot and he had an open wound, we wash it, soap and water, and then you go back with 3% food grade hydrogen peroxide, and that hurts. They're going to scream like crazy, but you have to get that cleaned out. And then you have to do on an open wound, you can put frankincense or lavender, and even if you have diabetic wounds, I'm talking about any kind of wound. And then when you're healing and sealing, you're going to go with helichrysum, because that's really going to kind of do the surgery without stitches and really seal it up. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Before you get to the newest, let's go back to the old ones.
Okay.
Old questions.
All right, we're backing up. We got to go back.
So,
Joelle's keeping me on track.
And Adriana has totally got our backs too, posting the book. So someone.
I love Adriana.
Thank you, Adriana. She's just always the best.
She's our secretary behind the scenes.
Yeah. Someone asked, how long do you do, or Corey, how long do you do the protocol for?
Which protocol?
The Symphony of the Cells protocol.
Oh, well, so Symphony of the Cells, so for example, Corey, when I fell down the stairs, I did it 6 times a day, and then I realized that, and this is last year, so, was it last year?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was last year. You know, things were going around, and I didn't get sick. Like, I just didn't go down. I always have this motto, I cannot go down. Like, I'm too busy. I travel, I have kids, I cannot go down. And so I did that every morning and every night last year. Now I'm kind of just doing it every night. I swear that it keeps us, it keeps our cells healthy, you know? So at a minimum, just for prevention, do it every night before you go to bed. And, day and night, morning and night. But if you're moving through something, you can do it several times a day. General maintenance, I've watched other people's videos. They say, like, do it once a week. I'm telling you can do it every day. As long as you're using the dilution. Okay,
this next question is really important. Someone asked, could you do the cellular recipe in a roller ball instead of doing it separately?
Absolutely.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, so I've heard that it's actually layering the different... You want to actually do it separately. There's intention behind layering obviously, if you're like in an absolute pinch and you had a roller of all of these, that's better than not doing it at all. But there is a reason why you do each one in the order that they're in and the way you do it. So someone also asked, why did you use the carrier oil after doing frankincense and neroli? And then you did the carrier oil?
Yeah.
I'm sure that I don't know it personally, but I'm sure that there is also intention behind that, where, putting the king of essential oils on first, frankincense, yeah, right, which is what we did in that protocol, and then neroli, which is in touch form only, kind of seals that up, and then doing the carrier oil so that the rest of the oils spread. And Lisa talked about, how that carrier oil is sealing those oils in, but then we're going and applying more layer by layer. And there is intention and an important reason for that. I just don't know what it is.
Here's what I'm going to say, you guys. I'm not trained in Symphony of the Cells. Some people go and they get training. I mean, I would love to go to a training. I'd love to meet Boyd. And when you're new at this, yes, use the book, do the protocols. When you get good at it, you start to intuitively know which oils you need. You might know you need some ancient oils. You might know you need some anti-inflammatory. You might know you need some really root oils, some grounding oils. You might know you need some florals in the spring, and so I might go to the chamomiles and the blue tansies and things like that. So you're going to get, I know this might seem like you're stepping into a whole world, and don't get overwhelmed. Just try it. You almost can't screw it up. What you can screw up is putting a hot oil on directly, like clove or oregano. Okay, don't do that. But, anything else, like I would say jump in and try it and keep notes, because suddenly something will go away and you won't even notice. You'll be like, well, I used to get pain in that shoulder all the time and now I really don't. Okay, how about a rash on the face? Okay, so when people are talking about Sorry, I'm not going in your order.
It's okay.
Randall, rash on the face. When any rash on the body, I'm gonna go with either lavender, which is a calming oil, or melaleuca, it's a clearing oil. And I always would dilute, and I always would start small. So you can make it worse. So that's why you don't, like, let's say the rash is all over your face, you're gonna start with just a little bit of an area, because you don't want to, you know, message me and go, okay, it was here, Lisa, now it's here. So you want to see if it helps and it clears, and even just, you know, plain old coconut oil can help
Yarrow
clear.
palm too is really good.
Yeah, yarrow palm is amazing, amazing oil.
Let's see.
Which is pomegranate and yarrow, and it's blue. Okay, so you'll put. They make a body serum, and they actually make one for the face. I'm actually going to do a whole series on anti-aging and cellular health for the face. And I'll include facial cupping, I'll include my gua sha stones. If you guys want that, it'll probably be coming in the spring. And if you want me to do series on anything else, this one is specifically for immunity, because we're entering into that season. And I really want you to go move through this season with confidence. What time is it? How are we doing?
It's 12:45.
Okay.
We have a few questions for gray hair, which I just recently embraced my gray hair, so I don't have any answers because it's coming in like crazy.
All right, if you have dark hair, there is a natural solution that you can do, and it is called hairprint. And you go to hairprint. I don't remember what it is. It's something. It's not .com, like .org or something like that. And I was doing hairprint for a while. It's kind of messy, and it actually does restore your hair to its natural color. It was very harsh and dark because I've always highlighted my hair. I'm back to doing highlights, but I have my girl Tammy, just like, Tammy, do not touch my scalp because I don't want dye in it. You know, that's my biggest thing. I don't want dyes going into my scalp. But hairprint, if you do have dark hair, if you're already naturally dark, it does work for you, and that's my suggestion if you're not embracing your gray. And I'm not.
I am.
Yeah, but she doesn't have that much, and she's.
Oh my gosh, you haven't seen it lately. It's all on this side. My part is, I keep my part over here, but if I parted it this way. Yeah, just change parts.
Change parts, yeah.
Yep. And then a couple people were asking about stretch marks and thinning skin.
Stretch marks. Okay, you know what's cool about this? I don't have the book down here. I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't have all the answers, but there is a great book called Modern Essentials. And what's really nice about it is I know a lot about oils just because I've used them for about 1.5 million years. But if you don't have to know everything. You can look up stretch marks in Modern Essentials, and it will give you the top oils. You know, I think it's red, orange, green, or I don't remember the colors, but it's color coded. So it'll give you the oils that are most effective for stretch marks first, second most effective, and third most effective. So you can go through it and go, well, whatever it is, I don't know, let's say it's melaleuca. I don't know what it would be.
Helichrysum.
Yeah, let's say it was.
It's probably yarrow palm.
Helichrysum, yarrow palm. See, check her out. Do you know about stretch marks?
I don't know about stretch marks, but it just, you know, usually the oils for skin are what's
See, she's intuitive. So you could go look up stretch marks, and it will tell you the top oils for stretch marks or anything else. And that's what's really cool about this, is you don't have to be a pro. You just have to be open, and you have to use them. Persistent and consistent, right? So you can't, here's what you can't do. You can't say, oh, I saw Joelle talk about rosemary, and I tried it once, and it didn't work for me. I didn't grow any extra hair. Okay, did Tanner do it once?
No, he's done it for 3 years.
Yeah.
Every day for 3 years.
Yeah. So you have to be, this is the thing. You have
But he hasn't, he hasn't lost any more hair, which is great. So, you know, it may not necessarily grow your hair back, but it might also help give the nutrients it needs to stop thinning, which is just equally as good. Tina just said,
oh, sorry,
which is funny because you just, no, it's okay. Tina O'Donnell is saying she's literally rolling oils all over while watching during her lunch.
I roll oils while I'm in the car. Do you do that?
Yeah.
Right? Like on a road trip, I make sure I have like my bucket of oils right next to me. And I was driving to New York City, actually. I was talking at Kai and Zia's event a couple years ago. And the, you know, in New York City, the person greets you right at the hotel. They come greet you at your car, and he opened up my car, and I think my car went, which is wafting with oils. And this guy, he's followed me around, and he kept telling all the other bellhops, like, smell her, she smells incredible. Yeah. So I tipped him in oils, by the way.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I did.
And also for the Modern Essentials book, They also have an app, so if you want to like get it right now, so you can look up right now like about stretch marks, you literally can go into the App Store, Google Play, and just search for Modern Essentials, and I think it's like $7.
So if you're under 40, you're gonna want to get the app, and if you're over 40, like me, you're gonna.
Yes, what she said.
You're gonna want to get the book.
I do like having the book because I like to be able to like
I have both.
reference. I do use my book more than I use my app, but on the road and when you didn't bring your book or if you don't want to because it's big, it's nice to have the app as a backup.
Right. I was talking to one of our mutual friend Linda the other day, and we were talking about all this sort of like we're doing now, and I was like, I need to do a podcast. You guys, we're kicking around all this information, and how she regrew her bone with the actual bone density supplement with doTERRA, and I was like, I need to do podcasts. So if you guys like this, like say that to say like, yes, do more podcast style, because we really, it's way more fun than just like talking at a camera, because you can bounce off of stuff.
Well, and what's great too is in your network, you have so many people that are like have this niche in oils, and so like someone may have cured their, like their. I can't say.
We got a burst.
I can't say. I have to be careful what I say here.
Can we say the word can cure? We can say the word can cure. I've changed the word can to can cure.
Can cure.
Right?
Yeah, can cure. Can cure.
Yeah.
Anyway, you have so many people that are so skilled.
That have can cured.
That have can cured. That you could host on your podcast too. Because, that's kind of, I find, is you have your own particular journey with the oils and you get really good in one area. So someone can go and talk about, how they regrew their hair back, right? Using their protocol. So I think that would be a great idea to do. It sounds like, yes, people want podcasts.
People want podcasts.
Yes.
Jay went from, and I know he won't mind if I say this, I think he was 300 pounds when we met him when he came through the first RFI. He has pictures. He's unrecognizable. And the last time actually it was last year when we saw him in person, he'd run, I believe, 56 marathons.
It was some insane number.
He went from being 300 pounds to losing over 100 pounds to running 56 marathons. I asked how many he'd run the other day, but I don't even know if he's running. I don't know if marathons are going on right now. Don't
They're
know.
virtual. I've seen virtual ones.
Have you run a virtual marathon?
I want to hear about it if you have. Curious to how that works.
How many marathons have you run in your mind?
I love running virtual marathons, let me tell you. That's my favorite way.
That's so funny. All right, do we have any more questions? We're about to wrap up.
I don't see any more.
Wait. If you guys want Joelle back by popular demand,
yeah, give it a thumbs up.
we're going to do some podcasts. We'll have Joelle back. We'll get some other guests on.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, everything's getting a bunch of hearts.
Oh,
yes. Lots of thumbs ups.
One
angry face.
One angry
face. Someone's really mad about that.
They must have hit the wrong button.
Ooh, another angry face.
It's actually hard. It's actually, you can hit the wrong button on Facebook these days because you have to actually intuit, or you actually have to click it.
Yeah, no, I know, it's easy too.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think they changed it back.
We're going with that.
I'm going to go call you out though. No, I'm just kidding, I won't.
All right. Oh, sorry, I keep banging you.
It's okay. My knees, all right. Yeah, no, we're good. Everyone's,
all right. If you guys have questions before tomorrow's podcast, we're calling this the podcast. Before tomorrow's live at noon, tomorrow actually we're going to be the reason Joelle's here today is to do something that sells, but we're actually going to start making some of those teas. We're going to start getting everything ready because tomorrow's the big release of some of those teas, and I'm actually in my holiday doTERRA mug drinking my Reishi medicinal can I speak? Medicinal mushroom tea with nut milk. So we're going to do that tomorrow. How to kick the coffee if you want to. And we have some other teas that we've served before at different events that we've had for doTERRA, and they're really big hits. And there's one that is so stupidly easy, literally 2 ingredients, that you have to have in your repertoire as you're moving through the immunity season. Okay, so if you have specific questions about that, about teas, and because, here's the thing I'm going to leave on this. We need to make this easy, okay? We need to, when we're making changes, hopefully you guys are tuning in, so you're getting good information, and you're going to change, these things are going to change your life. And when you're making changes, it has to be easy and good, or you're not going to do it. Like if you love salt and potato chips, what do we eat, Joelle? instead of potato chips.
Oh, kale chips
Kale chips, onion chips.
and onion chips.
And we love them. They're so yummy and delicious. So you have to make this really easy. You have to make these things that you're bringing into your life, things that you're going to want to do, because otherwise you're not going to do them. Teas for digestion, please. Corey, I'm going to do a whole thing, I think. You got to remind me to do a thing. A lot of people are asking about digestion, and, oh, you know what? Should I say it? No. You have to remind me to do digestion, because I have some things, Corey. Some things, okay?
Tea interact well with oils?
I don't know what purer tea is. See? You stumped me. I don't know. Now we'll look it up. We'll look it up when we get off. So yeah, we're gonna do some things on digestion, because digestion is a really, really big deal for a lot of people, and including me. So it's how I know a little bit about that topic. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow live at noon. All right, hope that was fun for you. It was fun for us. Bye, everyone.
See ya. Thank you.